Hello, band team. Today we are learning about Noah and the Ark. Kindness in the world. When being begins to increase in numbers on the earth, and daughters was born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of human were beautiful, and they marry any of them they choose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contain with a human forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years." Did no plume were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them, they were the heroes of old men of renown. The Lord saw how great the witness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every installation of the thought of human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made humans beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, "I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them." But Noah found favor in his eyes of the Lord. So now we're moving on to Noah and the Ark. Please share with a friend. Someone you know struggling, and you want them to know God. And if you have any prayer requests, leave it in the comments. You can even put on spoken. But please share with a friend. It helps me, it helps the channel, and it helps people know God. Thank you. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had three sons, Sam, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupted the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, "I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make sure yourself an ark of the cypress wood. Make room in it. Coat it with paints inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubit long. That's longer than a football field. 50, 50 cubits wide and 30 cubit high. Make a roof for it. Leaning below the roof and opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I am going to bring flood water on the earth to destroy all life, and under the heavens every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark, and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. You are to bring into the ark 2 of every living creature, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and every kind of creatures that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. Noah did everything just as God commanded him. The Lord, then said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animals, and a male and mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds of lives throughout the earth. 7 days from now I will send rain on earth for 40 days and 40 nights. I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made." So he did. Everyone got cleaned out. And Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood water come on the earth. And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the water of the flood. So if God tells you to do something, you better do it. Because I don't want to know the consequence of not doing it. Like this, I'm telling y'all about God from the Bible. I think that's Him wanting me to do it. Because I think He told me to do it. A pair of clean and unclean animals, the birds of every creature that moves along the ground. Male and female comes to Noah and entering the ark, as God has commanded Noah. After the 7th day, the flood water come on the earth. In the 600 years of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the second month, on that all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened, and rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that very day, Noah and his sons, Sem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wife and the wives of his 3 sons, entered the ark. They had with them every wild animal according to his kind, all living stock according to their kind, every creature that moved along the ground according to his kind, and every bird according to his kind, everything with wings. Pairs of all creatures that had breath of life in them come to Noah and enter the ark. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing, as God has commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in for 40 days, and flood kept coming on the earth. And as the water increased, they lifted the ark high above the earth. The water rose and increased greatly on the earth. The ark float on the surface of the water. They rose greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. The water rose and covered the mountains to a depth of more than 15 cubits. Every living thing that moved on land, birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, all mankind, everything on dry land that had the breath of life in it. Nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out, people and animals and the creatures that move along the ground. The birds were wiped from the earth, only Noah was left, those with him in the ark. The water flooded the earth for 150 days. But God remembered Noah all the wild animals and livestock that were with him in the ark. He sent a wild wind over the earth, and the water receded. Now the springs of the depth and the floodgates of the heavens had been closed, and the rains had stopped falling from the sky. The water receded steadily from the earth. At the end of the 105 days, the water had gone down, and on the 17th day of the 17th month, the ark came to rest on the mountain of Ararat. The water continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the top of the mountain became visible. After 40 days, Noah opened a window he had made it in the ark, sent out a raven. It kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. But the dove could find nowhere to perch, because there was water over all the surface of the earth. So it returned to Noah in the ark. He reached out his hands and took the dove and brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days and again sent out the dove from the ark. When the dove returned to him in the evening, there is in the beak was a freshly plucked olive leaf. Then Noah knew that the water had receded from the earth. He waited 7 more days and sent the dove out again, but this time it did not return to him. By the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from there. Noah then removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27 days of the second month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in numbers." So Noah come out together with his sons and his wife, his sons' wives, all the animals and all the creatures that move along the ground, and all the birds and everything that moves on the land comes out of the ark, one kind of after another. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animal and clean birds, he sacrificed offering on it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, never again will I curse the ground because of human, even though every inclusion of the human heart is evil from childhood, and never again will I destroy living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter and day and night will never cease. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the skies, on every creature that move along the ground, and all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you, just as I give you the green plants. Now I give you everything. But you must not eat meat that has the lifeblood still in it. For your lifeblood I will surely demands on accounting. I will demand on accounting from every animal and from human being too. I will demand an accounting for life of any another human being. Whoever says human blood, by human shall their blood be said. In the image of God has God made mankind. As for you, be fruitful, increase in number, multiply on earth, and increase upon it. Then God said to Noah, to his sons with him, I have now established my covenant with you, with your descendants, after you, and every living creature that was with you, the birds and the livestock and all the wild animals, all those that come out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by water of the flood. Never again will there be flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is a sign of the covenant I am making between me and you, every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds. It will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And whenever I bring clouds over the earth, the rainbow appears in the clouds. I will remember my covenant between me and you, and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the water become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. So God said to Noah, this is a sign of the covenant I have established between me and you and all living life on earth. The son of Noah who come out of the ark were Sem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan, and those were the three sons of Noah, and from them come the people who were scattered over the whole earth. Noah, man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of the wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. But Sam and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulder. Then they walked in backward and covered their father naked body. Their face were turned in the other way so that they would not see their father naked. When Noah woke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, cursed be Canaan, the lowest of prisoners will he be to his brothers. He also said, praise be to Lord, the God of Sam. May Canaan be prison of Sam. May God ascend Judah's territory. May Judah live in the tent of Sam, and may Canaan be the prisoner of Janum. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years, and Noah lived a total of 950 years, and then he died. Tell a friend, like, comment, sub, and I'm out of here.